right, Vestas. I told you that I was coming back last night, but guess what? I'm here this morning. And what I did on that plane yesterday will not go in vain. You hear what I'm saying? When I landed, I saw that the YouTube screens was already flooded with the information that I was going to share with you. And as you see on the screen, this is what I produced in flight, in air, just because of my Vestas. And so last night, coming back to report information that was already going viral, it would be useless in a sense. But this morning, I'm going to tie something in that everybody did not bring to you regarding one of these special players, and I'm going to call him a special player. Do y'all remember a couple of videos when I said that Shedeursanders need to watch him? Hey, if not, let me go ahead and give you that sound back. Hold on. And listen to what I bring to you this morning at the top of the hour of 9 o'clock.
Shadora, it's all around you, young man. And you already know this. Now I know why this picture resonates with me so well. When I first saw it, young man, you better stay on your knees and stay close to God for all of your protection and safety. Because it's all the way around you. You don't know if it's to the left or the right, right to the left, or directly in your face. I say it's all, Shadora. You need to be careful, young man. You need to watch your drink. I never thought, well, maybe I did. Maybe I thought it was going to be him. But now it could be him. It could be him, and him. But watch your drink, Shadora. I was not playing with you. Watch your drink. Because as you see, as I stated before, it's on the sideline. We as a community, we need to rectify this today. Jerry Judy and everyone else, we must stop destroying our own. Stop doing the dirty work for others. And you know what I'm talking about.
All right, Vestas. As you see what I just said 48 hours ago. At first, we was just focused on Jerry Judy, Kevin Stefanski, and Dylan Gabriel. And now, 24 hours ago, it was just exposed that the OLINE was doing some diabolical things in real time while the nation is watching the game. Do you know how many cameras are already in the stadium? Do you know how many mobile devices, recording devices, are recording every second of the game, and the Cleveland Browns are doing dirty work like that on the field? If you haven't, remember, we saw this when Shadora went in against the Baltimore Ravens after Dylan Gabriel went on concussion. Do you see that they had already started? They had already started the sabotage. Now, who made that call at halftime? They already knew that Dylan Gabriel had a concussion behind the scenes at halftime. So who gave the OLINE 3 weeks ago to start sabotaging Shadora? We didn't see it at that time. Maybe we thought this was a misplay at that time. I know we talked about it because everybody in the YouTube streets and the community highlighted this picture right here on the screen. But now that we know, no, they are getting orders. These players are getting orders. And if you need to see the video clip that I've been running since I started this video, let me go ahead and roll it again. Because all these players are involved, not just Jerry Judy, not just Dylan Gabriel, the QB2, QB3, that's now that may have a concussion, that may have exit the NFL concussion protocol, and not that's Kevin Stefanski. Somebody is pulling the strings, and I'm serious. The FBI, the NFL, the National Players Agreement Association, they all need to step in, because it's just not the Cleveland fans that's paying attention. The whole nation is paying attention. I'm trying to tell you, by the end of this season, it's no telling where the Cleveland Browns, what type of investigation they will be under. And don't forget, about 3 weeks ago, I did bring up that Jimmy Haslam has been investigated by the FBI before. Between 2011 and 2014, I will pin that video at the end of this video. But trust me, if he did it in his gas station company, you don't think he would do it inside his football team? Okay, hold on. So this player here, we saw this player on the right-hand side do that Superman flop last week. This is the player that Kevin Stefanski already benched for the game this week that has already had Shadora back. And the reason why I think this is a Shadora supporter. You know why? You know what I pulled up on this player? Wyatt Taylor. Yes, Wyatt Taylor, the one that lifted Shedeursanders up at the Raiders game. He was also drafted in the 5th round, number 166. So he resonates with Shadora because he's been there with Shadora. Yes, he was drafted round 5, 166. As you know, Shedeursanders was drafted round 5, 144. This player here, I'm coming back to him at the end because I want to show you exactly why he has the audacity and he has the confidence to do what he did. And as you saw in that clip that has been circulating, he was the O-line player on the left-hand side that did the monkey flop on the ground and let all those defenders rush in, close that pocket, crush that pocket at 4-1. One of the most pivotal plays of the game, 4-1. And this player here is the one that's going to take Taylor's place this week. The one that was collapsing that pocket, not even holding his own position last week, while Shedeursanders was getting all of that pressure on that line in the second half. But let me play this clip one more time, and I'm going to bring this home with this player right here, Joe Bitonio. Here's this clip again. This is summary video. All right, let me go ahead and bring this home. So let me bring up this player right here. And I found this out on the plane yesterday. This player right here, the one that's always in the media with that big mouth, the one that told Shadora to quiet down, do not come on the field and hype up the crowd. You know who he is. But guess what? We've been hollering, where has the NFL commissioner been? Where has the NFL Players Association been? Why is no one standing up for the team? You know why? Let me show you this. Guess who is on the NFL Players Association leadership team for the Cleveland Browns? If you don't know, it's right here on this screen. Why is Joe Bitonio's name is a co-alternate after the players' representative, Shelby Harris? That's why nobody's not saying nothing. That's why Joe Bitonio always has the confidence and the big mouth in the press conferences. That's why he thinks that he runs that O-line, because he knows that he is part of the NFL Players Association Board of Players Representatives. So who am I? Do you think Joe is going to tell on his own self and tell the NFL what the Cleveland Browns is doing behind the scenes to Shedeursanders? Hey, we found a smoking gun here. So all you big channels, y'all make sure y'all remember where y'all got it from. And to all of y'all investors that watch other YouTubers, make sure you share this video so they can get this information up to the bigger channels and the bigger channels and the bigger channels. Trust me, this is a small YouTube channel, but I be digging in all they trash cans and all their evidence. So make sure this gets to the top. Make sure this get to the Shannon Shops and Ocho Cinco on Nightcap. Make sure this get to the Cam Newton. Make sure you get this to the Michael Irvins. Make sure you get this to ESPN, because this right here, conflict of interest, malfeasance, malpractice, Shadora safety is on the sideline, y'all. It's too many coincidences. It's too many coincidences. And hey, Cleveland, I'm talking to you directly, especially the Cleveland media. Hold on. Even they getting upset that Taylor is not playing this week. Even they confused on what's going on in the Cleveland Browns. Even they're saying, hey, Taylor saying he's not injured. I told you I was going to bring this evidence. Even Taylor is saying he's not injured. His family is going crazy behind the scenes. And yes, of course, he's white. They're going crazy behind the scenes of finding out why Cleveland Browns will not let him play this week. I'm trying to tell you, this is some ugly stuff that's coming up. But guess what? I think it's time for it to be exposed. I've never watched another team like this, but the Cleveland Browns, if this is the precedent for all of NFL teams, our sons, nephew, brothers are in trouble. Can you imagine what they have gotten away with for all of these years? Let me play this clip, because even they getting outrageous because it's their own that's, getting sabotage, hint, hint, in week 14. Let me play this clip.
Understand it.
And now
he's saying he hadn't said he was injured. What?
I got a text from my buddy, all Ohio Mike. He goes, oh, that's the Browns way. They bench a guy for playing too well. They never bench anybody for playing poorly.
All right, and I'm going to leave this crew right here on the screen before I leave. So, also this morning, I heard another clip. They think that the Shedeuр supporters, they think that we just online making noise and that we're not real supporters. No, the issue is that when Shadora and the team was in Colorado, yes, we flooded Boulder, Colorado with all our financial support. But we ain't doing that here at Cleveland. We are true fans, but why would we come to Cleveland where y'all have dogged out Shadora? Why would we do that? Why would we come to Cleveland and dogged out Shadora for all of these months, all of this week? The media was complicit in all of this. They drugged Shadora. We know the history. They drugged Shadora in rookie minicamp. They drugged Shadora in OTAs. They drugged Shadora doing a quote-unquote QB1 or QB competition. They drugged Shadora in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9. Even now, because of that game last week, they even saying that, oh, why the stands ain't full? The reason the stands ain't full because we saw how you did our own, and we ain't spending none of our dollars. And the only reason I'm going to keep my Cleveland gear is because I already paid for it and got it out the packet, and it looks good against my skin. But once Shedeursanders wake up and he decides to lead the Cleveland Browns, I'm burning all of it. Just like we're going to burn Cleveland Browns, we're going to burn it all down. Don't you dare now. Continue to do what you're doing behind the scenes. Enough attention has been brought on this story. Cleveland don't even see the brimstone and the firestone that's coming their way. The Vestas, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to your Friday morning. But you know the streets are hot and the streets are mad with them doing that foolishness lately. All right, Cleveland. Even you better get your stuff right because it's coming. Then can you imagine the millions of additional eyes that's going to be on this game this week because all the stuff that has come out that from folks that are not even NFL fans? You have been exposed. You will continue to be exposed until this is either investigated or something is done about this sabotaging. At Shadora, make sure you watch yourself. Make sure you watch yourself, your left and your right. Your front and center, because that O-line is compromised. That O-line is compromised, and everybody under the sound of my voice, make sure you protect all of these players, high school, college, and NFL, because as you see, there's dirt behind the scenes, and the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell has not even said nothing that we know of. All right, Vestas, until next time, make sure you get your notes, you get your drink, and you get your vest. Because we vested up today, 365 degrees, always protect yourself. And I'll definitely be coming back. All right, Vestas, talk to you later.